match.
Yeah.
We're matching.
You can keep Big Bird. Welcome back to No One Listens to Pat Meredith. I'm Owen.
I am Matt.
I'm Brandy.
Welcome to the 300 sub.
Confetti will pop somewhere.
Oh, sorry.
300 subscribers mukbang.
Yes.
Yeah, it was good. So we were going to do Disney foods, or just movie foods.
Yes.
But somebody, Matt, cannot eat the foods that I had provided.
We'll talk about it later.
Okay.
At a more appropriate time.
Instead of doing that, which we will do that later unless Matt stays on this diet forever. Sorry. We will be eating canes.
Not a sponsor. But if you want to be.
Wish.
Dude, if Cane's was a sponsor,
So that one's Brandy's.
would you wear a Cane's shirt?
Heck yeah.
This is Brandy's?
Yeah.
Oh, thank you.
Brandy, here you go. Sorry, my hands smell like gasoline.
It's okay.
Brandy's hands smell like road.
Mahogany and teak wood.
The road rash.
Hey.
So
It's healing. It's
we've got
healing. It's a
canes.
sauna.
Alright, so today for our mukbang, we'll be doing Raising Cane's chicken fingers. And we have some styrofoam that you're just throwing water on the floor with.
That's actually kind of smart.
We have coleslaw. Did you not get
No,
coleslaw?
Brandy has it.
And then fries and their cane sauce.
Signature cane sauce.
Which they actually let sit for 24 hours.
Ew.
Before
Really?
serving. Well, yeah.
Out?
'cause- No,
Oh.
no, they store it.
Oh,
With salt.
how can you salt something if you haven't tasted it
It's
yet?
not
Because
my
I know
mom.
to eat it. Not because it's bad, but because I just like
You know why I
it.
sound like your mom? Because your mom's awesome.
Love you, Mom.
Flora, shout out.
Okay.
Lo siento para mi amiga.
Did you already eat?
You can't eat
Oh,
yet.
my God.
We didn't pray.
Oh, yeah. We gotta do a prayer
Oh,
first.
jeez.
Sorry.
Matt,
Okay,
Matt, you're gonna lead us in prayer.
I am.
Since you're not eating.
Amen. All right.
Okay.
So, let's start off easy. Go bread.
Okay. Wait, but that's the best part.
Is that the best
That's
part?
my favorite part.
Oh gosh, really?
I eat whatever. It's gonna end up in my stomach.
All right, we'll start with the bread.
Start with the bread.
Whatever.
I just want to hear some comments about the bread.
It's warm.
All right, and as you guys are eating that, I want to discuss our mission trip. We just got back from a mission trip. Owen's, you've been out of the country
Yeah,
before.
my first time in Nicaragua.
First time in Nicaragua, we went to Matagalpa. If you've never been to Matagalpa, beautiful place, wonderful people, coffee, like the best. I believe the best coffee in the world comes from there.
Have you brewed yours yet?
Oh yeah, have I? Yes. So Owen, give us an update of how was the mission trip.
So at the end of it, Matt shoved his coffee in my bag, which then led to me getting inspected multiple times.
Okay, but how was the mission trip, you turd?
The mission trip was very good. Gosh, I wrote it all out. So I have it all. We started off going to Miami to go to Nicaragua, but then we got stopped because of a windshield crack.
Yes.
So we had to land in Tampa.
Tampa, work on your airport.
Yeah,
Just
Tampa, your
throwing
airport
that out.
sucks,
Just throwing that out.
by the way. And as we stood in the airport all day, well, there was one point where we were trying to figure out where we were going to go because we had to get to Nicaragua. So we stood in line. We got to the front of the line after like an hour. And then the line moved to another desk.
Mm-hmm.
The people were kind enough to let us up front, which was nice,
And they rerouted us.
to Panama City.
Yes.
Not Florida.
There.
Which Owen found out there's more than one Panama City.
Oh,
Because
I
we went to
didn't know
Panama City, Panama.
The country.
Oh, because I was like, I lived in Panama City.
Yeah, because when we told Owen we were going to Panama City, Panama, he said,
I was like, okay.
wait, what?
Like the country?
Yes. So we got diverted.
Yes, we did.
Yes.
Which was brought up never the whole trip.
Never really talked about it.
Yeah, no. Then we got to Panama. We were promised that we were going to get a hotel to stay at by American Airlines. But since we came through Copa, we did not get that hotel that we were promised.
No.
So now it's me, Cynthia, Matt, and Dana stranded in Panama.
It's both our wives.
Well, not quite there yet, but we went around, we were calling people, figured out I had an international plan, called the airport, which was useless, and then we finally got a hotel in the Crown Plaza, and we ate a very expensive dinner.
And we're still waiting for our reimbursement from American Airlines.
Yeah. Boo, did they ever respond to you?
Not yet. I have to wait for 7 to 10 days post trip.
But then
That's what I was told.
That's dookie.
anyway, once we got to Nicaragua, finally, we went through Panama, Guatemala City, and then Nicaragua.
Yeah.
We got to go to some churches. I taught Daniel the lines in like 3 times.
Yeah.
Como todos lo esperaban, Daniel subió a adorar a Dios.
We did a Mother's Day thing there. We got to do some house visits, talk to them about what they believe, but then also pray over some families.
Yeah, I want to get your opinion on that really quick. The idea of people just inviting you into their home, not knowing you, don't know who you are, you don't speak their language, you're like, hey, come into our house. How did that
It's crazy.
How did that resonate with you the first time?
It's like foreign. It really is. Like, I went to the Dominican Republic before, and that concept was wild. So when we went to Nicaragua, and they said that you can go in their homes, well, they'll invite you into their homes. I was like, really? Because that's crazy.
Yeah.
But please silence your cell phones.
I was just about to say something like that.
Boomer.
Okay, but how about you actually do the mukbang part of this and eat?
Sorry, I'm working on it. I can't talk and do it at the same time.
It's okay. Keep doing.
Anyway, so they were so kind, and their houses were so like, I mean, we just sat there and chilled, talked to them about life and their stories, and one lady had just lost her dad, so we got to talk to her and comfort her, and then we visited her mom, talked to her, and got stuck in our house because it was pouring rain. It was really good.
Yeah. Do you? I believe this. Maybe you don't. I believe God caused that amount of rain to stay there so we could stay there, because what did she tell us? Like, she had been going through. She'd been going through major loneliness and just wanted people to spend time with. And we literally couldn't leave. It was just an absolute downpour of rain. And we just sat there for probably 30 minutes. Just the loudest rain on a metal roof. Couldn't hear each other talk. But just a real special time for her. Like, thank you guys so much for coming and just sitting here. And it was such a special moment. So, but what's your highlight? What would you say your highlight of the trip is?
Honestly, probably that, or doing the going to Sicily was good because I got to share my testimony. We got to do a short, which we ended up getting free fruit from. So, I don't know if you saw that.
I did.
So, when we were doing the short with this pastor,
Pastor Henry.
he ended up giving us the pineapple to take. And then he came out with a bowl of mangoes.
That's
Yeah,
awesome.
2 pineapples and mangoes fresh off the tree. And you know how many we ate? None. Wendy and Eric took them.
The whole time, we kept doing drafts for like who we would have for the apocalypse. And I chose Wendy and Eric every time. Because have you ever seen The Walking Dead?
Partially.
Wendy gives off like mega Carol vibes. I just think Wendy would.
He is lying. The reason he chose them is because they're older and they're going to slow him down and they're going to be decoys when he kicks them over. And they get eaten by zombies.
Word.
And that the mission continues on in America. We never stop. The Lord stays in mi corazón. We continue on.
My knee's twitching. Sorry, that's been like in my head for the past like 30 minutes.
All right, let's move on to that. Let's take a bite of some French fries here.
Okay.
So, are you a fry in the cane sauce?
Yes.
No.
You're not.
No, but I'll try it for this occasion.
No, you don't have to.
No, it's okay.
I mean, I want you to be comfortable doing what you're doing.
I'm gonna try it.
I get messy with it.
You know, you can
Have
dip
you
it in the
seen-
bowl. You don't have to use the lid.
No,
Have
I
you
know.
seen those just like the videos where they have it like full in a cup like this with cane sauce?
And then they just like
That's
slather
send you
it.
into
Cardiac arrest.
cardiac.
That's your body.
Cardiac burp.
Anyway,
All right.
so while we were in Nicaragua,
wait, how's the cane sauce?
I love cane sauce.
that's good.
Where does it rate on restaurant sauces? Not to divert too far.
I'm very biased. Cane sauce is like up there at the very, very top.
Okay,
I
top
love
tier.
It's good.
Okay, what's a better sauce?
Shrimp sauce.
Oh,
I love shrimp sauce.
like straight up like wasabi. Cook in
That's my
front of you
favorite,
shrimp
yeah.
sauce. Oh,
Yeah,
man.
it's my favorite.
Interesting.
So good. All right, so
While we were in Nicaragua, somebody was not having such a good time.
I was having a great time actually.
so tell us about your not great time.
So, I was going home from work, and I decided to take the long way, because, you know, it was a pretty road. It was really windy and everything, and it was around 8 p.m., so there was still a lot of sunlight out, but, you know, it was starting to go down. And I was like, you know what, this is a really pretty ride, I'm just gonna go do this. And so, I'm on my bike, I'm not wearing any gear, so I was...
Whoa, back up. You were not what?
I was not wearing my gear.
You were not wearing your gear. And what's like one of the first things they teach you in class?
Dress for the slide, not the ride.
There we go.
I was dressing for the ride.
And what ended up happening?
The slide.
So I went around the bend. I was not going fast. I'm just gonna put that out there. I was not going fast.
On the dragon.
No. There was just gravel all over the road, and I did not know. And so as soon as I took that turn, the bike just slid right out from under me.
Oh no.
And
How fast?
30 miles an hour.
And how far did you slide?
12 feet.
Okay.
Yeah. All I remember is 1 second I'm leaning because I'm turning. The next second I'm horizontal and I see sparks flying everywhere. And then the next second I'm already up trying to get my bike up, but I'm struggling. And thank goodness there's this gentleman. He lived right nearby and he saw it happening. So he came running down and he was like, "Oh my gosh, are you okay?" And this guy's a little up there in years. And so he's out of breath. He's huffing and puffing. I'm running on adrenaline. So I was perfectly fine. I was like, "Are you okay?" I'm more worried about you than me.
Okay.
He was like, "You know what? I'll stay with you until like your family comes or whatever." And so I called my dad and I'm like, "Hey, I had a little slide, my first little slide." And he's like, "Where are you?" And I'm like, "Well, I'm on this road." And he's like, "Are you okay? Are you okay?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I'm fine. I'm chilling." My knees were indeed not fine, but you know what? I was pretty good though. Surprisingly, for not wearing any gear. I thought I would be beat up a lot more than I was.
Okay.
My pants, my favorite pair of pants with all the pockets, yeah, those were destroyed.
Okay. So you didn't just ride home?
I did.
Oh, you did?
I did.
Okay.
Yeah.
Did your dad bring gear for you?
No.
Bah!
No.
Wait, did he think you had gear on?
No.
Because,
I don't know.
like any other responsible motorcycle rider?
I don't know, cause yesterday he had a muscle shirt.
Hey,
when
we're
he was
talking
riding.
about you, not Bob.
Yeah, I know that, but he didn't even bring it up until afterwards.
Okay.
But
Okay.
I was just wearing, like a jacket and my pants, and surprisingly, for my arm getting all scratched up, the only thing that was on my jacket that was like ripped was just the cuffs right here.
Okay.
That was it.
Wow.
So the extent of damage is your knees are hurting.
and my arm was scraped up.
Okay.
But I heal really quickly, so it's
Uh-huh.
already like scarred up.
I thought that was from the wax stripping video.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
We got a little too much than we bargained for.
But the only damage on the bike was just my favorite paint job. The fairing on the.
And that was fresh.
It was a cross one.
That was fresh paint? Or no.
No, it was there for like a month or
Okay.
two. It was my favorite paint job. And my front brake, she's a little wobbly now. I can't do anything about it. I mean, it still works, but it's just really wobbly now.
Okay. So what did we learn?
Just for the slide, not the ride.
Did that guy record it by chance?
You know, the one time I didn't have the GoPro on my helmet.
No GoPro, no gear.
And my $200 lights on my helmet, one of the light strips went out. But I'm still on a 1-year warranty, so I might get another strip.
Okay. All right, since Owen finished his fries.
Yeah. While you were talking, it's like my popcorn.
Sorry, I was yapping.
That's all right. All right, let's go chicken strips.
Let's go.
See how they are. So, discussion as you guys are eating chicken here and as I'm enjoying watching you guys eat chicken. We're going to talk about why I'm not eating chicken. So, the reason I'm not eating chicken is I'm doing something that I've never done before. If you notice, Owen and I have a little bit different types of body types. I don't know if it's hard to tell through the camera. But Owen is, how would you describe your physique?
Shaggy Rogers.
Like a bendy straw.
Sorry.
Oh my gosh.
It just slipped out, sorry.
Say Shaggy, like from Scooby-Doo?
Yeah.
I can see that. And
He's tall and
I'm
skinny.
Yeah, okay.
That's
and
what I
I'm
thought.
much more like
Shaggy Rogers.
Grimace from McDonald's. So,
Next mukbang, McDonald's grimace.
Hagrid and Neville.
there we go. Hagrid and, well, are you saying I'm Hagrid and Neville?
Hagrid ate Neville. No, I'm Neville.
It's like Hagrid and Draco.
Okay.
But I'm doing something called the carnivore diet, which a lot of famous guys and workout people, I'm nowhere near them, but it's literally just eat meat every day, and that's all you eat. So since Saturday, which is 4 days ago, I've had nothing but meat.
Wow.
And
Kudos.
beef, chicken. Oh wait, I had one piece of cheese because you can add that in if you want to. I'm trying to go pretty pure. But yeah, just meat. And it's really interesting if you go online and look at these videos. Like, there's some pretty radical change, and you would think, how unhealthy is that? But numerous people who are doctors, and you can look up their degrees and look up they're actually accredited. You know, they're not just YouTube doctors. Say that it's actually a relatively healthy way to live if you do it. Now, that's along with exercise and making sure you're sleeping and completely hydrated and electrolytes and all that kind of stuff. But it's something that I'm doing. So welcome to the carnivore journey with me. It'll be fun as we do these videos. You know, who knows? So, but there's some pretty wild things that happen. But I've enjoyed it so far.
Why'd you start doing it?
I think just overall health. Honestly, I've always been a bigger kid. Like when I was small, like no sob story, but like, you know, bullying and being picked on and things like that by people like Owen was real. And
Dang, bro, you're giving him trauma.
but triggered. But also just for overall health, I got 3 kids, and you know, I'm 42 years old, and I want to make sure that I'm around as long as
Dick Van Dyke.
he's 98. Like,
Yeah.
I don't want the diaper years. But you know, just overall health. Bella, my youngest daughter, said something a few weeks ago, and it had me thinking. She goes, "When I'm 60, you're gonna be," and she started counting, and I think I'll be 90, like 94 or something like that. And
When she's 60.
when she's 60, I'm like, will I get to see her be 60? Like, it was just one of those first times I thought about, you know, will I be around when my kids are older?
Yeah.
You know, because you don't think about that when you're young. You don't think about being old. But just one of those things. I was like, you know what? So I got the gym membership, and I've done the gym before, but just trying to be consistent in that and eating and so yeah, just one of those things. I figured let's do a carnivore journey and see what it's like.
I got a question.
So, but your mom
Yes.
has done it for a while.
Oh yeah, months. And
How
she's,
long?
She's getting back into it. I think like 6 to 8 months. I'm not entirely
crazy.
sure.
Yeah.
But I mean, like my question for you is, I know there's gonna be times where like, if there hasn't been already, times where you just crave something else. Like, what do you do to like curb that?
So because I haven't had it yet because I kind of am right now because I'm hungry, but because it's protein, like I don't get hungry a lot because
That's
it's
true.
pretty dense. So like I had bacon and eggs for breakfast, and I had fajitas at a Mexican restaurant, but just the meat. So I got chicken and vegetables mixed. Tonight I'll probably have, I don't know, 2 pounds of hamburger patties. But like watching people, it's wild like how much meat people eat. You know, there's a professor, well I think he's still a professor up at Toronto, University of Toronto, and he's done it for like 7 years. And his daughter had done it. She had some major autoimmune disorders, and she started doing it, only eats beef, and like all of her autoimmune disorders cleared up. Like she had crippling arthritis, and that's cleared up.
Wow.
They've been doing it for like 6 or 7 years, and it's just wild to see someone do it that long. But he's saying the health benefits overall for his life are crazy. And you think about it, you're like, man, that's a lot of fat. That's a lot of this and that. And you're not getting everything. But he's done it, and it's been pretty crazy. But he'll sit down and eat 36 to 40 ounces of steak at a meal. And I'm like, oh my gosh, that's a lot of food. But your body just ends up processing it, and it's kind of an extreme keto. You're flipping from burning carbs to burning fat, and your body processes the protein, and you know, it's pretty wild. So if you've been on that journey, like I'd love to see your comments of like, hey, that's crazy, or hey, here's what happened to me as I did this. So I think it'd be pretty awesome to see those things. So, but away with that, as you guys are finishing up your chicken, you gotta finish.
I'm
this.
a little slow eater right
That's
now.
all right.
I used
That's
to be
all
a really quick eater, but it
right.
would not be good for me. So.
Summertime is upon us.
Yeah.
Yeah, summertime, especially
Among Us.
for teachers. Oh, Among Us. Anyways, summertime is here. It's a lot of fun. What are some fond summer memories? Some things that define summer for you?
Working at a summer camp.
Oh,
Ooh, it was
love
so much
summer
fun.
camp.
It was so much fun. So I grew up going to this one summer camp in Texas, and my dream was to work there. You know, because being there as a student, I saw all this stuff. People, I was like these amazing, cool people. So I was like, you know what, I want to be like one of them. And so I did, and it was so much fun. First year I worked there, best summer of my life. Like hands down, loved it. Second year I worked there, it was rough, but you know what? That's okay. Learning experience. But yeah, summer camp.
that's awesome. Owen, what defines summer?
My birthday's always in the summer.
Yeah.
So
Every year?
Every year.
Yeah.
So far.
That's
Yeah.
great. Yeah.
But I also usually, ever since I was 16, I have to get a summer job. So it's just funny because I usually end up working on my birthday. I've worked a different summer job every year. So the first time I started as an electrician,
Okay.
and which is a crazy first job, but I remember being in the ceiling, changing some ballast, and I was getting a phone call, just buzzing. It was my aunt, my great aunt Becky. And I thought I was getting electrocuted up there.
That happened to my dad one
I
time.
was like, and then the next summer I worked at a pizza place, and they let me off early. And then the next year I worked at Splash Country,
Okay.
which is a theme park in Tennessee, if you've never heard of that. And Fun fact, there's a guy that does YouTube videos of like Gatlinburg and stuff. And I made it on a couple of his videos.
Oh, that's
Hey.
awesome.
One of them's just my back. I'll put a video up there. It's just me standing there. But I remembered ever since I saw that video, in my head I was like, if I see that guy again, like I have to be in one of these videos, like with me talking or something.
Yeah.
And so this dude walks up to where I'm working, and I completely fumbled it. I didn't even realize it was him when he came up. He had the whole GoPro and everything recording. And he was like, "What? How's it going, man? We're just here visiting." It was just like, and I said some stupid stuff, and then he went away, and I was like, "That was him." I didn't say anything.
You could tag him, no? Is that a thing you can do?
I don't know. I think so, but yeah, I think you can. I'm still subscribed. I think.
Okay.
So,
Okay.
On my other account.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah. What's the what's the worst job you've ever had?
The worst job I've ever worked was probably that.
Oh, really?
I mean, it was fun. It was super fun.
And where was that at?
Splash Country.
Splash Country.
It was amazing because you got to ride all the rides, and you got to be there before and after hours, which was really fun. And then of course, like sometimes the people we worked on rotation with was good, but sometimes it wasn't. But I think overall the worst part was like they did audits every day, like where they would just throw in something.
I was gonna say you have to be
You
super
have to be on
vigilant.
guard
Yeah.
the whole
Oh,
time,
yeah.
and like you have to do this whole thing where you're scanning the water, and it was so. I had super anxiety from that, and then I would like have nightmares where I'd be watching the water, and then I'd wake up and realize that I'm not there. And I'd be like, okay, and it was traumatic. Like it's very,
Oh, yeah.
shoot, it
That's
was
wild.
very hard, but I enjoyed it at the same
Okay.
time.
I have dreams about a past job, like nightmare dreams. I serve tables at Chili's, and I will have dreams now of like being at Chili's and trying to serve. Like someone died. And serving, but I don't know the system, and I'm totally in the weeds, just behind, and I can't catch up, and it's just this anxiety-ridden dream, and I'll wake up and be like, "Man, that job,
Sucked,
yeah."
yeah.
Yeah. The worst thing about waiting tables, I'm just going to be honest with you.
The people?
Like, you just bust it on a busy night, and people are like, no tip. Ah, the worst.
Yeah.
Like, it's just, like, yeah. It's,
We all
and,
pretty good
and,
tippers
and
now.
waiters, like, servers don't get paid. People
Yeah.
don't know. Like, I got paid $2.23 an hour, and you work off tips. So,
That's crazy.
and sometimes you have a bad day, but, like, there's no, like, understanding. Like, you didn't do everything perfect, therefore I'm not going. If you don't pay a server, and I'm not talking about, like, at McDonald's, like, I don't think you should tip at fast food, right? And we may get controversy for that. I don't think everyone deserves a tip. But if you sit at a table and someone brings you food, you should tip them. It's just, I believe so.
What about Fazoli's?
Do they bring you your food? But you order up front?
Yeah.
So I consider that, and so there's like Hometown Buffet and Golden Crown, things like that. I think that's a minimal tip because they're doing half the work and you're doing half the work. You know, so I think a little bit because they're bringing you the bread, they're bringing you the drinks, things like that. But if you're doing everything yourself, like, sorry,
I used to get tipped at Jet's Pizza
oh,
for no reason. Like I would make the pizzas and I would work the drive-thru every now and then, and some guys would just like slip me money. And I was like, "Dang, cool."
yeah.
I'm gonna
There
do
are
this more
some
often.
like there's food places where people get paid well and they still have the tip jar there. Could you imagine go through the grocery store? You put your grocery up there and they scan everything and then they ask, "Do you want to pay a tip?"
It's just gonna ask you a quick question.
No, and it's funny, especially like if they did that for like the self checkout. It's like you just tipped me.
Yeah.
I did all the work.
Or where they turn it around and they say, "Do you want to pay a tip?" and they're just staring at you.
Yeah.
No. Like,
I did that when I was a barista. Well, actually, no, because we didn't do tip on card.
You have to eat your coleslaw.
I don't
I'm
think
so
I've ever
full.
tried coleslaw. Yeah, I'm
Oh,
good.
don't, if you've never tried coleslaw, don't eat fast food coleslaw.
Okay,
Like, eat homemade.
okay.
And don't ruin your experience.
You know, talking about lifeguarding though, when I was at that summer camp, there was this one time where the pool was completely overcrowded. Like we went over the amount of people. And I was with this one girl who was also lifeguarding, and there was a kid actively drowning in her section, and it was a pretty big pool. And so the pool was kind of shaped like an L. So I'm facing this way, she's facing that way. The kid is drowning over here.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm trying to look over here. And while this kid's drowning, she freezes up because she's having a panic attack because she can't go in. And so she's freezing up. And all the parents are like yelling at her to do something. And so all the other lifeguards, we tried jumping in, but she's just there like,
Yeah, that's awful.
yeah, never.
Oh,
she
that's
never
awful.
lifeguarded again.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But I don't blame her. I mean, it's
terrifying.
and especially if you start getting sleepy and you feel yourself getting sleepy. Oh my gosh, it's the worst. Because it's like you have to force yourself to stay awake.
Yeah.
But-
It's got to be a boring job.
Oh, it was so boring.
No. Kids in pools just makes me nervous.
I got one more question.
Oh, okay.
Got one
So-
more chicken strip.
We have 300 subscribers now.
300. Yeah.
We've done about 50 something videos up to this point.
So awesome.
What has been like your top 3
Yeah.
so far? And you can do this too, like that you've been in.
Wax strip.
The wax strip one? I love that one.
The going to Walmart one. I love field trips. And the Mexican snacks.
I've heard a lot of people love that one.
Yeah. I'm going to go Mousetrap Trivia. I loved Mousetrap Trivia.
That one was good.
Yeah. One that hasn't come out yet, but it's the love songs. I'm excited. We're going to put that out soon. Because I just think it's fun.
Yeah, it
talking.
is.
I love talking about music. So love songs are just great. Have you heard that one? Have you seen that?
No, I don't think she is. Yeah.
Oh, that'll be good for you also.
I mean, when the videos come out, that's when I see it. I only see pictures.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's true.
And then honestly, like, I love doing shorts. I think the shorts are fun. But probably
What was that?
The short
Oh,
where
the
we
dr-
tried
the
chugging.
drink- yeah.
Oh yeah, that was good. When,
Yeah.
when the behind the scenes is you had sparkling water come out your nose twice.
Yeah.
Yeah, because my phone stopped recording
Yeah.
once. So
But I think the which celebrity would win in a fight. I love that. That was just a fun discussion, just a real quick discussion. Those are my 3.
I think mine was probably the Walmart video. What?
The spicy bean boozled.
No.
Like any of the bean boozled.
Awful.
I hated the first one, but it was funny.
The first one we were like,
I don't make that sound.
The double bandage that you got.
oh, the old
Yeah.
bandage. Oh,
You know, Harley got like a huge bag of jelly beans recently. And so she's been trying to give me some jelly beans, and I accept them, but I'm in the back of my head, I'm still like, this is a prank.
I really liked the blind, deaf, and mute one. I thought that one was fun to put
Nah,
together. I think
that's
we
good.
could have done it better, but that one's one of my favorites. And then the art one is so funny to me. I
Yeah.
loved that video
Yeah.
so much. Oh,
But-
but also the WikiHow one is
Yeah.
one of my favorites.
yeah. But I really like the sentimental, like soldiers
yeah.
coming home and people hearing for the first time. Like those are just cool. And we have some more of those reactions coming out.
And
We
the
have some
Try
really
not
good
to's
ideas.
are really popular.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, the try not to cry. People love to watch us cry.
for some reason.
So, but you want to reveal our next try not to cry?
Yeah, you can reveal it now.
Try not to cry. We're gonna do saddest Disney moments.
Yeah, super excited.
The whole movie of Up.
Yeah.
Man, you hear that music. If I hear the first 4 notes of that, man,
Yeah,
That'll
was
get
tough.
you.
That one was one of my favorites for a while.
I like it. I like it.
So that's what's coming up. That's
Yeah,
all.
coming up. So, all right. Well, hopefully you enjoyed the mukbang here and us just discussing life and having a good time. Here's what we know: 300 of you, we love you guys, and this has been a lot of fun. Invite your friends, subscribe. We try to be as kid friendly and fun and things like that, and we want to make sure the whole family can participate in what's going on. And we cover funny stuff and we cover some serious stuff sometimes, so that's always good. But invite more people. The more people do this, the longer we do this. So we want to make sure we do that. And but without
Also, September.
oh yeah, September. You want to fill in on this?
You can.
Harambe?
because
We've
you-
done this.
Oh wait.
What about Harambe?
Well, yeah. So we're going to Cincinnati Zoo.
We
to
do.
visit Harambe statue.
Yeah,
When are y'all doing
I
that?
don't know yet.
we're gonna do it.
sometime this summer.
Yeah, we're gonna go there. And then in Cincinnati, there's a place called Jungle Jim's, like grocery store or something. But it's like food from literally every country in the world,
So
and it's amazing.
I can get the chips.
yes, you can get ranch.
Yes. So those are. You didn't bring your bag?
I asked her in the
You
comments.
I didn't even
Monster.
see it. I didn't see it.
All right, so but September is Child Cancer Awareness Month, and I will be cutting my hair. We'll be doing a whole vlog of cutting my hair, donating it for child cancer awareness. It's going to be a great time. So make sure, get as many people on here. We want to support that, and make sure we get people aware of what's going on. So, with that being said,
Who said this is
fact.
You can tell.
Here we go.
A guy finished that, a girl finished that.
Yeah.
So, oh, this is interesting here.
That's a big one.
Kris Jenner. I don't know why this is news. News for not being famous. Kris Jenner has 12 grandchildren. All right, Kourtney Kardashian's 3 children: Mason, Penelope, and Reign. Reign. Kim has 4: North, Saint, Chicago, and Psalm.
You're naming adults. Like, do you ever think about that?
Yeah. Rob has 1: Dream. Sounds like a WNBA team. Chloe has 2: True, and a baby boy that hasn't been announced yet as of this. And Kylie has 2: Stormy and Air.
My life has not changed since that fact. So
I feel so bad for those kids. They have, like, pet names.
Yeah. Like, okay, if you had to name your kid and you can't use Mason or Penelope, what are you going with? Let's just go with this. So you have Reign, North, Saint, Chicago, Psalm, Dream, True, Stormy, or Air. This really sounds like a WNBA lineup.
either Rain or I just don't think Psalm's a good name.
I do know, or I did.
I've known a Stormy.
I know a Rain, but her name was Uvia.
Okay.
So
I'll
I guess
go
that
with
counts.
Isn't that the thing in the back of your throat? Uvula? Oh.
Uvia is rain in Spanish.
Okay.
So technically, I know a Rain.
All right. Like, I feel like Saint's pretty cool. Like, but I feel like that's a that's a bold prediction though. If you're going with Saint.
For real. It's the Antichrist.
All right. Well, thank you so much for joining us, and it's been great. Did you guys enjoy it? Are you stuffed?
I'm stuffed.
You're stuffed?
Very stuffed.
I'm very bloated right now.
Yeah. I'm gonna go eat 6 pounds of meat. So, my daughter likes to tell people now that I'm just a carnivore. So, it's weird. So
You were definitely changed by that vegan video.
I was, yeah. No vegans for me. So I love you, vegans. Subscribe. So, but until next time,
I love you. And peace out.